why, but it's giving, hey girl. Not that you're a girl, but that's just the vibe, you know. Anyway, it's your girl Jay, the High Priestess, back out again with your general tarot reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Virgo season 2022. Your ruling planet is exalted, and we kick off Virgo season with Mercury in Virgo, and there's going to be some shifting around. So yeah, some shifting around, and I feel like there's some interaction, some information, some nudges, some inner knowing, some callings coming in that you need to pay attention to, because in Virgo season we refine. Be sure to check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising. Patreon gets everything first. Patreon.com/justjeverything. Over there, the Spirit Squadron and I go hoard and clarify every card, and you know, we really get into the thick of it. For daily free content, check out my Instasham at justj_everything. TikTok is really where it's at justjeverything. And for other dope shit that I do, my website, justjeverything.com. Over there you can get prices and schedules and scheduling, booking. Also check out my apothecary, where there are customized herbal self-care products. So check it out, justjeverything.com. Gemini, there is something about getting comfortable talking about yourself, talking about what you're doing, talking about your ideas to people who are qualified to like contribute. Qualified being the key word. Don't go telling everybody everything. Don't go saying everything to everybody. We're entering the season of feminine, mutable earth, and with your ruling planet being exalted, you may be overstimulated. You may even be tired, but I actually was in like really great nostalgic energy before I got into the video. Been listening to Tiny Desks and all kinds of music from the past. It feels like a very nostalgic season, honestly. So I do feel like listening to live music, listening to going out and seeing live music, even if it's like in your local bar, going to see local bands, or just checking out the scene, just getting out there in the world. I feel like that's really going to help not only stimulate you, but inspire you. I feel like there's a lot of healing for you in music, so definitely exploring different kinds of music would be beneficial. In dancing, moving your body. This is a very physical season as well. This is a season of service. And when the sun enters Virgo on August 22nd, there's definitely going to be this highlight on analysis, practicality, the order of things, doing things the right way, and you determining for yourself what the right way or the right thing is for you. Because I feel like some of you may be in a thing where you're acting out, or there are people around you who are acting out because they can somewhat sense your inauthenticity. They can sense, and I don't mean, calm down. Like they can sense you're like kind of people pleasing, or you kind of tiptoeing or doing the thing where you're trying to be polite with your words or extra vague with your words. And it's like, it is a vein of inauthenticity, but it's an art. You teach us, you know, how to bob and weave all the time. So I do feel like there is something about being direct, being forward, being forthright, and getting a lot more headway and a lot more done there, especially with your family, especially if it has to do with your family or people that have been in your life for like 10, 20 years. There is something about just tell it like it is, especially if it has to do with like trauma or emotional conflict. I feel like use your own discretion though. On August 24th, Uranus retrogrades in Taurus, and there is some sort of like fear factor, emotional, maybe even financial, like minefield or land minefield. What is it? Minefield? Landmines? Landmines. Landmine field? Anyway, on August 25th, my Mercury is debilitated. That's the only, everything, honestly, anyway, my chart is fantastic. And the only thing that is in detriment of any kind is Mercury. And Mercury is in Pisces, which is a gift and a curse at the same time. But we have a Mercury retrograde, and so when Mercury starts to retrograde, especially if I'm in like the season, I start to like I don't know, so bear with me. And Mercury is shifting, and so like I feel like I don't know, I feel heavily impacted by Mercury. We all are, but because of that, like the one fatal flaw in my chart. On August 25th, Mercury moves into Libra. And okay, Mercury moves into Libra. I feel like there's something about like talking about yourself a lot. You may be in a place where you've been, or you're realizing you've been talking about yourself a lot, and that could be something. And it's just like you're by way of having conversations, you're having realizations about yourself. So the conversation may start to stir towards you, and I think that's going to start to dissipate the further that we get into Virgo season. But that's just some residual Mercury in Libra, and the sun being at home and rulership in, Mercury in Leo, and the sun being home and rulership in Leo. There's like residual Leo dust, I feel like, all over you. And I like that, honestly. I'm not like, it takes a certain kind of like confident bitch to like appreciate when other people are like boastful or talk about themselves in a certain way. And so I feel like that could be like a thing that you're encountering, is like other people, I don't know, the mean girls stick together. On August 25th, Mercury, your ruling planet, goes into Libra and leaves exaltation, and there is this like increased diplomacy, increased interest in justice and fairness and doing things the right way. Oh, the devil showed up. Freedom, justice, freedom from this. And so there is some sort of decision-making process about like your power, your autonomy, who you bind yourself to, and that could be legally or spiritually. But there is this increased like access to flirt and charm, and you don't want to be, you could be attracting in a lot of people. I feel like after Mercury goes into Libra is a great time to renegotiate terms. So between August 25th and September 9th, I feel like that is the time to apply for like refinancing or something of that nature, or renegotiating some kind of terms, whatever, if that's something that comes up for you. It's like renegotiating, whatever you can do that. I feel like you can wiggle your way maybe into a better grade by like talking. On August 27th, we have the new moon in Virgo. And this is a time to really focus on like, where are you too tightly wound and where do you need to tighten up? And starting to analyze and apply the data that you acquire from the analysis to your actual life, so that in Libra season, we can start to balance it. On September 5th, Venus goes into Virgo and is very Nine of Pentacles vibes, which is all about autonomy, sovereignty, a new chapter in your relationship to your physical and financial lives, or energies. So there's definitely going to be attracting in opportunities for prosperity, benevolence, goodness coming in. Then on September 9th, Mercury retrogrades in Libra and will be retrograde long enough to go back into exaltation in Virgo. So I don't feel like this is going to be a bad Mercury retrograde for you guys. Honestly, I think this will be rather mild, but I do feel like there are like these meaningful redos or second chances or something coming up in regards to how you balance, and then how you analyze, and then how you apply said data from the analysis to balance the new paradigm, to balance the new you, to balance that new work-life balance, or the new goal, work hard, play hard balance, you know, whatever it is. There is something about figuring out how you apply the data you acquire from the analysis. On September 10th, we have the full moon in Pisces. And the download that came through for this was to release your humanness, be a soul alien superstar, get weird. And that is all I will say about that. Whatever you can do that reminds you that you are a spirit before you're a human, do that. I didn't ask for cards yet, and the Five of Pentacles and that Page of Wands came out, and so I'm gonna show them to you, but I'm not taking this necessarily. I don't feel like this is, but so either way, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising, there could be some sort of you wanting to leave your job, you wanting to quit. Maybe some of you get fired. Some of you know this. If you get fired, you knew this shit was coming, and hopefully you made a plan. Hopefully you've been working on it, or you have initiated something that you care about or are passionate about. For some of you, it takes the surprise of getting kicked out or evicted or excommunicated or left or broken up with. It takes this kind of chaos to initiate this new relationship with yourself. It takes the chaos, the darkness, the shadow to ignite the light. There may be some sort of realization that you have been, I'm taking them. There may be some sort of realization that you are, okay. I hear you like, no. There just may be some realization about like, some of you, it's like you maybe learn better from pain or trauma, or you could be coming to some new realization about a traumatic experience in your life, or something about maybe a child or your childhood, or someone with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements. I feel like there is just a new chapter with yourself that's coming up. Clearing out the space. Hydrate, light it if you got it. Get some sweet grass for that ass. Because we are welcoming in, oh so grateful for our benevolent ancestors, all ancestors, but we calling in the benevolent ones. Thank all of y'all. But can we just talk to the ones who want to act right now? Benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth. Okay. Thanking you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Virgo season 2022. Very much your shadow. Wow, I just feel like I just forgot everything that I just said. I just realized we've been talking for 14 minutes. It just felt like something just like wiped that. All right. Maybe you get some sort of clean slate. Maybe you get some sort of clean slate, a new beginning, a new opportunity, a place to land, a place to fall, a comfy cushion to fall into. There could be an influx of good health, feeling better, glowing, a boost, a gift, something of value being given to you, a promotion, a new job, a like deeper sense of self-worth. Excuse me. Some of you, this could be an opportunity to move. Some of you, this could be new housing, a new roommate, someone with Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placements coming into your life. But I feel like comfortability comes in. There is some sort of prosperity, luck, even a new chapter that you're walking through. Seven of Cups. Well, a bunch of cards came out, but I saw the Seven of Cups. And I feel like there is this new opportunity for you to explore your shadow in like a comfortable place, in a place that feels safe. For you to be doing your own work, to own your own shadow, and to acknowledge the destruction in your creation and the creation in your destruction. I feel like there are opportunities, there's an influx of time, like it's like the gift of time to explore something that you've been daydreaming about, or some of you, maybe there's finance coming in, someone wanting to invest, you being able to invest in multiple passions. I feel like if there is, some of you, there may be something about like needing to make sure that you're not being subservient in some sort of way, I hear, or that you're not being self-sacrificing, overly sacrificing. I feel like there is like a certain establishing of a boundary, and maybe with somebody with like, that's in your family, or someone that you're romantic with, someone with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements. But I do feel like someone or you are going to be accessing your shadow. There could be some, there's just like confusion in some area of your life. It may be in confusion about what I'm going to do with this money, confusion with how I can give back, confusion on, who to support or who to invest in, confusion about which hobby to partake or what thing to start doing. But I do feel like it's time to close the door emotionally to people that you don't want to have access to you anymore. So it's like taking the time to like do your own emotional cord cutting system. I mean, ritual, for lack of a better term, but I don't believe in the ability to cut cords actually. So, but do your own thing, but that's what I mean. Like taking your time to really focus on, hey, this is a door that I need to close. This is a wound I need to stitch up, whatever that is. All right, Gemini. Sun, moon, and rising. I feel like cooking is important. You cooking, allowing yourself to cook. Wow, okay. It's like, oh, you didn't want the Five of Pentacles? You don't want to talk about that? All right, fine. Let's talk about the real, like the heart of the reading is a broken one. There may be somebody that's confusing you. Someone with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Virgo, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements. There just may be, okay. So in Leo season, with the sun at home, shining so bright, such an abundant season, there is this thing about the Leo sun that shines light on the darkest crevices of our psyche, and it feels like there's been a lot. I've been trying to kind of tell y'all there's a lot coming to light, and I feel like for some of you there is something about like put up or shut up. Like, why are all these people still interested in you? Why are you still talking to all these people? If you're still curious about certain people, like, go figure it out. Go hang out with them for a weekend. Go, like, you don't need to have these, like super long relationships with people where it's like you dragging something out. Somebody may find out that you're like, some of you are like dating somebody and they are expressing some kind of heartbreak, or they find something out about like your scattered interests. Okay. Also, we come into Virgo season with Mars is now in your sign. So there's definitely maybe somebody with something going on with somebody with Scorpio or Aries placements, maybe Libra, Sagittarius. There could just be some sort of like upheaval in your subconscious mind, which would make sense because Uranus is retrograding in Taurus, your subconscious. And there are clouds in every card. Mercury is way too exhausted for y'all to be allowing this much mental fog. This is something I feel like you're allowing, Gemini. Quit playing. You have way more control over your mind than this. Which is why the divine is like, ding dong, knock knock. Hello. This is the only cloud you need to be worried about. The clouds that I bring in. These are the only clouds you need to fear. The clouds in your mind are an active distraction that your subconscious mind has created so that you don't have to think about this all the time. But now you're being forced to think of it because Mars is in your sign, and it's going to motivate you to be even more. It's going to motivate you to Gemini your ass off. And only y'all know what that means. And the rest of the astrologists. Like, you know what I mean? It's going to cause you to definitely overthink, to be really scattered. Maybe people from the past coming in, new opportunities coming in. And you may just make sure that you're not getting saturated, especially polyamorous people. You may be like polysaturated. That could be a thing with Mars moving into Gemini, motivating you to socialize, to interact, to explore like people's minds and to ask all these good questions and to really get to, to really get to the heart of the matter. I feel like some of you need to get to the heart of the matter before like your partner does. You better cut all this shit out. Some of y'all, it's like some of you are having conversations that like your husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, partner, lover would not appreciate. And you better like figure out how to have that conversation, it's like break up, or you nip all of this shoulda, coulda, woulda wondering people in the bud. Some of you, it's like this feels, I don't know, I just heard ultimatum. I feel like you need to give yourself kind of an ultimatum. If you're in a relationship, and this isn't for everybody, but whoever this is for, you need to hear this. If you're in a relationship and you are still curious about somebody else, if your heart is still like open and longing for and wanting to talk to somebody else, you don't need to be honest and say that to the okay. I feel like it is the consequence of your actions that you've put yourself in this, why get in a relationship whenever you had those feelings? You knew you had those feelings before you got in this relationship. And so I want to stop using the word karma incorrectly. So I'm going to be catching myself. But I feel like this is a consequence of the act of getting in a relationship while you still are curious or have feelings about other people or are still healing from other people. Or if there's like this one that got away, don't let yourself, and if you have let yourself settle, and be with somebody, I feel like that shit's in danger of like them finding out, you acting out, you doing something that you may low-key regret, and you need to figure out, like, do I need to ask for a break? Do your variation, because, okay, what I was gonna say is like, I don't feel like being honest all the time necessarily in this case. I feel like you having to eat that is the consequence of your action. Like, if you can avoid harming someone's self-esteem by way of telling them, hey, like, I've been with you all this time and I've been in love with this other person. Like, if you can avoid doing that, I feel like that's low-key your, like, karma, or the consequence of your action is what we Westerners have, like, dissolved that word into. But I feel like it is the consequence of your action to have to, like, eat that and say, you know what, like, even though you may have to disrupt your comfort in order for truth. And some of you, you may say, hey, I need a break, and you go talk to that person and you find out, nope, that ain't it. I love what I got. This is what I want. Let's do this thing. Let's take this to the next level. Let's move in. Let's get married. Let's have babies. Let's do whatever it is. Or some of you, it's like, let's, you know, just be together. Whatever your definition of like togetherness is, or, you know, because not everybody ascribes to that or aspires to like marriage and babies. Final card, final message for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Virgo season 2022. No major arcana, only one ace. As soon as I said it, the final card is the Hierophant. So I do feel like once we get to, the closer we get to the end of, and the Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Five of Cups and then the Emperor. Okay. So the Hierophant is number 5 and the Emperor is 4. And so some of you, there may be some sort of transmuting regret, loss, sorrow, emotional conflict into a business. Some of you, it's like you've just gotten, or you took it all and let it all out in the gym, and you've transformed your body, or you've built this business, or you you know, change your life completely because of some like immense pain that has happened. Some of you are still like mourning or sad over how something unfolded with someone with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, or Leo placements possibly. But I do feel like there is this like ongoing shadow, ongoing regret, ongoing wondering. And it's like, tend to this motherfucker already, please, so that you can go ahead, like, ask the hard questions. We are entering the season of I Analyze. Ask yourself the hard questions already, Gemini. Do the rest of us a favor. The rest of us will adjust. Once you get your thinking on par, you will communicate in such a way that you can't help but generate the Ten of Cups energy. But I do feel like there is this figuring out of what's still aching, what's still ailing you, what are you still curious about, what are you still wondering about, what do you still like think could have gone in a different way. It may be also like healing with the father, healing with somebody with Aries placements. I feel like if it is a father or an Aries, I feel like they low-key feel the same way as well. There is some sort of like need to do whatever you can to, even if this person is passed on, I feel like write the letter, say the things, write the song, do the things that paint the picture, you know, or, you know, do something in their name. There is something about putting in the effort to like accept and atone and heal and forgive on some level. Because I do feel like there have been, you know, a lot of kind of catty emotions, things that have been, you know, I don't know, I'm digging into the fucking extended, into the plunge. I do feel like there is the motive in Virgo season, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising, is to fucking do something about this. This residual sadness or depression or anger or even like love that some of you are like, I just heard like, I hate the way you lie, or that like, I hate that I still love you, that kind of like vibe. There could just be some kind of, whatever it is for you. It's time to address this and understand that there's data and there's poetry and there's prose and there's creativity and art and humanitarianism in this shadow. Beautiful things are birthed from the darkness. It's very like rose out of concrete energy. And so I do feel like you come into Virgo season, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You come into Virgo season with fertile soil to till, to tend to. There is a harvest to tend to. and you may need to start out tending to that harvest alone so that you can really figure out, you know, what else do I want to plant? What else do I want to grow? What else do I want to do? What else am I curious about? What else am I good at? What else would stimulate me? What else could, you know, help humanity or help bring clarity? 3 of the 5 cards have clouds, you know? And so there's just this, it's time to get to the heart of the matter. There is information and data and wisdom that you still have to learn in regards to, like, whenever you're ready to face the heartbreak, whenever you're ready to stop running from it. The ways that you've broken your own heart, the ways that you've disappointed yourself. It's very Jungian over here, like very Carl Jung over here, like you owning and falling in love with your own shadow. Owning Your Own Shadow by Robert A. Johnson. I feel like it's a beautiful book that you will love. I'm like recommending it to everybody because I feel like I like read it like once a week at this point. Well, not lately because I've been getting ready. Anyway, interesting. Okay. I love my fucking life. God, I love this so much. And I've never gotten to make this correlation. I've never gotten to see this combination of symbolism together because I say it all the time. Okay, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising, there may be a period, stay with me. There may be a period where the rainbow comes in and you don't know what the fuck to do with it. Because all you've been used to is the rain. But because of fucking science, babe. When the rain comes, that's when there's the rainbow after. And so some of you, you may be so used to the rain that when the rainbow comes, I don't know how to interact. I don't know how to act right. I don't know what I want a partner, how to, if I believe that I can even have what I want long term. It's time to evaluate how you respond to the rain, how comfortable you are there, how comfortable you are in the discomfort, in the neglect, in the heartbreak, how comfortable you are there so that you can unlearn this or just, you know, process this stuff about yourself so that you can start to properly enjoy the rainbow when it comes in. This new definition of success, this new definition of togetherness, this opportunity to explore. For some of you, there may be a new house or a new living environment, a new living situation. I feel like opt into going somewhere with land or buying property. Some of you, and that could be what's coming up here, this opportunity to buy a new home or to move, to get a bigger space. Hydrate. Some of you are definitely entering into a commitment, or you found somebody you want to marry. Find somebody or something that you want to commit to, something that you are very passionate about, that you want to go to school for maybe, or that you really want to study or get certified in something. It's like, what is keeping you from the next level? For some of you, what's keeping you from the next level is your evasion of the heartbreak. But for others, it feels like because of your willingness to face it in the way that you have faced your heartbreak, there is this beauty, this bond, this knowledge, this wisdom, this mantle. I feel like some of you have like earned. This is beautiful. I'm excited to. It's not even necessarily a juicy plunge. It just feels like, fuck yeah, Gemini, like, good job, gold star. Let's get into it. I love you. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.